What's good, man? What's good? I'm back with the videos, man. I'm back. Been a little minute though, man. I'm back with the videos though, man. Yeah, look at those, man. I'm gonna start uploading every day, man. Real talk. Y'all let me know what to upload though. Hold on, I can run it up. What's good, man? What's good? I'm back with the videos, man. I'm back, son. Been a little minute though, but I'm back and I'm back full effect. Finna start uploading every day though. Real talk. Man, y'all look at though. This video is gonna be about the Chief Keef thing, this situation. Yeah, about the Chief Keef and linking up with the Youngboy thing. This was gonna be about. I'm gonna get this one started though. I heard about it like a couple days ago, probably yesterday or something. I'm finna watch this mud though, see what's really going on though. I'm gonna get this mud started.
You know, what do you think about that, man? And can Chief Keef come back?
I still talk to him. I still FaceTime. So I hear DM me back, all type of shit.
Everybody want me to talk about it, man. Chief Keef and NBA Youngboy did a song together, man. And people talking about that he ain't loyal to King Von or Dirk or none of that. Hey, look, bro, I know y'all don't know y'all history, though.
Y'all are not gonna believe the type of snake shit Chief Keef just pulled on his own block. This man really linked up with NBA Youngboy, the same YN that's beefing with his dead homie King Von's crew. But wait, it gets way worse. Oblock members are now planning to backdoor Sosa and ban him from Chicago forever. Let me break down how this whole situation got this messy, no cap. And yo, before we get into this crazy story, y'all gotta understand how deep this betrayal really goes.
Man, it's the politics and the rapping too. It's one thing I hate. Like, you can't even work with nobody just because, you know, it's in politics.
We talking about a man who grew up with these same people, ate with them, slept in the same buildings, and now he's linking with their biggest op. That's some next level disrespectful type shit for real. This ain't just about music, this is about loyalty, street code, and how money can make a YN forget where he came from. So let me break it down for y'all from the beginning, because this story goes way deeper than most people know. Chief Keef wasn't always this rich, famous rapper living in mansions and driving Lamborghinis. This YN was straight up raised in Oblock, hanging around real killers and shooters every single day. We talking about Parkway Gardens, one of the most dangerous housing projects in Chicago, where YNs like King Von, Boss Top, T-Roy, and the whole crew was really putting in work on these streets. Keef was just another shorty from the block, but he had something different. He could rap, and he had that raw energy that came from living that life for real. When he was coming up, he wasn't just rapping about the streets, he was living it. This man was getting arrested, getting into shootouts, and really about that action just like everybody else from his block. The crazy part is, Keef was actually more from Front Street than Oblock specifically, but all these sets, Front Street, 300, Oblock, they all black disciples, and they all clicked up together. So when we say Oblock, we really talking about that whole alliance of sets that was moving together. And when that I Don't Like song dropped in 2012, bro went from 0 to 100 real quick. $6 million deal with Interscope Records, and just like that, this YN was out. But here's the thing. Success came so fast that Keef didn't even have time to process what was happening. One day he's just another teenager from the projects. Next day he's got millions and the whole world watching him. But here's where it gets crazy. The moment Sosa got that bag, he packed up and moved straight to LA. No looking back, no bringing the whole crew with him. This man only took like 3 people from his whole block. 3 people gang. Out of all the homies who had his back when he was broke, who was riding with him when he had nothing, only 3 made it out with him. Think about that for a second. You got a whole block of YNs who was with you through everything, who was protecting you, who was making sure you was good when you didn't have nothing. And when you finally make it, when you finally get that opportunity to change not just your life, but everybody's life, you just dip and leave them behind? That's exactly what Chief Keef did. He took his closest homies like Ball Out and Tato, but everybody else, they was left in Chicago, still dealing with the same problems, still in the same dangerous situations, still struggling to survive. And that created some serious resentment because these YNs felt like Sosa forgot about them the moment he got rich. The homies back in Chicago started seeing a different Chief Keef.
I don't think he switched up though.
This wasn't the same shorty who used to be on the block with them, sharing whatever little money they had, looking out for each other. Now he's posting on Instagram, flashing all this money, buying expensive cars and jewelry, living in mansions, but his own people back home, they still struggling, still in the trenches, still fighting the same battles they was fighting before he made it. And yo, that's when the money and fame really got to his head. Y'all gotta understand, when you come from nothing and suddenly you got millions, that shit can change you quick. But it's how you handle that change that shows your character. Some people get rich and bring everybody with them. Other people get rich and act like they don't know where they came from. Sosa chose the second option, and that's what started all this drama. He went from being just another YN from Oblock to thinking he was too good for his own people. He started moving different, talking different, acting like he was above the block that made him who he was. The crazy part is, Chief Keef's music was still talking about Oblock, still repping his set, still dissing their ops, so he was using his connection to the block to make money and build his brand. But when it came time to actually help his people, he was nowhere to be found. That's some fake shit right there, and the homies started peeping that real quick. King Von used to speak on this all the time. He would say how Sosa would be on Instagram posting all these guns, talking about how he's putting bangers on the block. But when it came time to actually help the block, he wasn't doing nothing. Vaughn felt like that was some clown shit. You can't be talking about how you're helping when you ain't really helping. But wait, here's where this whole beef really started. And this is some real street politics type shit that most people don't understand. So there was this YN from Oblock named Trey 5 who got locked up on some gun charges. His bond was set at $25,000, but you only got to put up 10% of that to get somebody out. So they needed about $2,500 to get their homie out of jail. Now this might not sound like a lot of money to some people, but when you're from the projects and you're broke, $2,500 might as well be $25,000. That's a lot of money when you ain't got nothing. So King Von, Boss Top, and all the other Oblock members, they started doing whatever they could to get that money together. They was robbing, they was hustling, they was doing everything possible to get their boy out of jail. They was hitting licks, selling whatever they could sell, trying every hustle they knew. But even after all that, they still didn't have enough money to get Trey 5 out. So they did what anybody would do when they got a rich homie. They called up Chief Keef. This man just signed a $6 million deal with Interscope, so $2,500 should be like pocket change to him, right? They calling Sosa like, yo, we need you to help us get our boy out. You know we all family, we all from the same...
Man, who made this video, man?
...block. This is what we do for each other. And you know what this YN Keef kept saying? Yeah, I got y'all. I'ma send that money, just give me a minute. Let me handle some business first. But days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months, and Sosa never sent that money. He kept stalling them, kept making excuses, kept telling them he was going to handle it, but never did. Tay Capone spoke on this whole situation, and he broke it down perfectly. He said Keef had been spinning them about this for so long that they felt like they gave him enough time to act on the situation. They felt like their rich homie who got the means to do it just ain't doing it, so they had to take matters into their own hands. And that's when shit got real crazy, gang. King Von, Boss Top, and some other Oblock members decided if Sosa wasn't going to help them willingly, they was going to take what they needed. They felt like since Keef was playing games with them, since he was acting like he was too good to help his own people, they had every right to take what they needed from him. On March 27th, 2014, they pulled up to Chief Keef's manager's house in Highland Park where Sosa was staying. But this wasn't no friendly visit. This was a straight-up home invasion. They broke into that house and started taking everything they could get their hands on. According to the Chicago Police Department reports that got leaked later, they took Chief Keef's car, they took a bunch of designer clothes and expensive stuff, and Boss Top even went into Keef's daughter's room and took some of her clothes, plus some detergent and deodorant. Like, bro, you really gonna steal a baby's clothes? That's some next level petty shit right there, but it shows how mad they was at Sosa. But the craziest part? During all this, somebody got shot and ended up in the ICU. The police classified this whole situation as a home invasion / attempted murder case. They named Boss Top and several other Oblock members as suspects in the case, and they was looking at some serious time if they got caught. And you know what Chief Keef did after this? His manager called the police, and Sosa got on Twitter calling his own manager a soft ass for calling the cops. This man was more mad at his manager for calling the police than he was at his own homies for robbing him. Then he tweeted R.I.P. Boss Top before deleting it, which people took as either you're dead to me, or maybe he thought he actually killed Boss Top when he was shooting back at the intruders. The whole situation was messy as hell, and it created a permanent divide between Chief Keef and his block. From that day forward, it was never the same between them. But yo, it gets even worse. During this whole home invasion situation, Boss Top managed to snatch Chief Keef's chain, and this wasn't just any chain, this was Sosa's signature piece, his pride and joy, the chain that everybody knew him for. For months, Boss Top held on to that chain, and nobody really knew what happened to it.
There's a lot of drama going on.
Then Lil Durk exposed the whole situation in a diss track. He literally said, "Boss Top got your chain," and let the whole world know that Chief Keef got robbed by his own people. That was probably one of the most embarrassing moments in Chief Keef's career. Getting your chain snatched is bad enough, but getting it snatched by your own homies and then having another rapper expose it to the world, that's some next level humiliation right there. Boss Top even made a music video flexing Chief Keef's stolen chain, taunting him and telling him to come back to Oblock if he wanted it back. He was posting pictures on social media with the chain, basically clowning Sosa and letting everybody know that he took his jewelry. Fans started calling Boss Top Broke Top and the Diaper Bandit after this whole situation, especially when people found out he stole baby clothes too. This situation really hurt Boss Top's reputation in the rap game, but he didn't care because he felt like he was justified in what he did. But the funniest part of this whole chain situation, that same chain later got snatched from Boss Top by Famous Dex. So the chain went from Chief Keef to Boss Top to Famous Dex. That's some crazy street politics right there. The chain was cursed or something because everybody who had it ended up getting it taken from them. Now King Von, he was one of the main people involved in this whole situation, and he never really kept quiet about it. Von always felt like Chief Keef was bogus for how he handled the Trey 5 situation and everything that came after. In Von's mind, when you make it out the hood, you're supposed to bring your people with you, not abandon them. Von used to speak on how Sosa would be on Instagram flashing all these guns and money, talking about how he's putting bangers on the block, but when it came time to actually help his people, he was nowhere to be found. Von felt like that was some fake shit. You can't be talking about how you're helping the block when you won't even help bond out your own homie. King Von was always about loyalty. That was his whole thing. Loyalty to his block, loyalty to his people, loyalty to the street code. So when he saw Chief Keef violating that code, when he saw him abandoning his own people, Von took that personal. He felt like Sosa was disrespecting everything they stood for. And this created a permanent divide between Chief Keef and Oblock. From that point on, it was like you either took Sosa's side or you took the block's side. And most people chose the block because they felt like Keef violated the and when you look at how everything played out, it's hard to argue with that assessment. Keef had the power to help his people, but he chose not.
Man, this stuff is, I don't know, like he shouldn't be, he should, it's the end of the video, man, because I can't watch this, finish this. Like, what I think about this right here, it ain't really, like, he can help, like, you feel me? Help his homies and stuff, but at the end of the day, you still got to do him too. So that stuff it's kind of wild to me though. How this, like, I mean, I get what King Von saying, but at the end of the day, like, you feel me? Like, it ain't that serious. Like, ain't working with Youngboy. It ain't. Man, that's the end of the video, man. Like, I don't, this stuff right here. This stuff wild though, man. But I ended the video early because that stuff was, it was that narrator making it seem like it's all, like, it's not even that serious. Like, it's, Nah, y'all know the more views I can react to, man. Y'all comment below, man. Cause this stuff is this video kind of wild to me, though. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a business when it comes to that rap and stuff, like, cause I don't think he's picking no side. I ain't heard Keef in a minute. He been doing his thing. I ain't heard him no drama or nothing. So, salute to that man, though. But all I gotta say, though, man, make the end of the video, man. Subscribe, like, comment, everything, yeah. That's all I gotta say, though, y'all.